So I was out for a ride with my friend on my road bike. I was hit by a truck. The next thing I remember is waking up in the rehab ward of the Kelowna General Hospital. My accident was ultimately career-ending, so I had to walk away from my professor job at UBC Okanagan. The things that I suffer from that are debilitating are fatigue and vertigo and slow processing time and memory issues. I wanted to have a prognosis and I wanted to know what my future was going to look like, and I kept getting that answer that no two brain injuries are alike, and no two brains are alike, and so no two outcomes are alike. I had told a friend that I wanted to do some research and writing on brain injury, and he put me in contact with Brain Trust. And so I started going to some of the peer group meetings, and I found that actually they were really helpful, and they helped me work through the process of leaving a career.
People don't understand brain injury unless they've been touched by it. So to put a face to it, especially a face such as Shelley, who, again, the invisible epidemic, you cannot see her brain injury, people then start to get it.
I'm a sociologist, so I'm interested in looking at social inequality and brain injury. So looking at the impact that brain injury has on people's lives in terms of housing and employment and family life and things like that, and how that changes for them after they've had a brain injury.
Yeah, that's so interesting when you say that, right?
The neuroscience piece has gotten more media attention lately, and especially with concussions in sports, professional sports. But the actual living with a brain injury piece and what that experience is like is less discussed. I was anxious to get back on a bike because I thought if I didn't, then I would have lost in some way. And I've always been a cyclist, and I've always gotten to work by bike and things like that. So I really was interested in getting back on my commuter bike. That's the thing, there is no cure for brain injury. And each brain injury, no matter the severity, leaves a footprint. I was physically quite injured, but those injuries healed up relatively easily. It's the brain injury that's the tricky bit. Mm-hmm.